No, where are you, here or are you abroad?
No, I'm just at home in London.
And what about Sunday? No, you got to be there, yeah? Or have you?
Yeah. No, I'm going up Sunday morning. It's going to be tense, I think, until we score. But it's going to be a great day.
I've got a real good City fan and friend, Noel, who at half-time the other night, he was panicking. He was chewing his nails off. He kept texting me, said, we'll try to walk the ball in, and then all of a sudden, it was all smiles.
Yeah, but what's great about the team that we've got now is I was the same. I was shouting at the television, shoot, but the players are patient, and they don't do panicking up there, and you could just see that it was going to come, and they didn't get like Liverpool against Chelsea, where they was just lumping the ball into the box, and it was a very measured performance, I thought.
And no, some great performances from the players this year. Aguero, he's been injured quite often, but Dzeko coming into the side, he's really got the goals. And Yaya Toure, 20 Premier League goals this season. That fourth goal, just shows how well he's played this season.
Well, he's a beast. Every football fan in the country. All my friends, support Everton and Liverpool and United and Arsenal. They're all in awe of him. He's a monster. On his day, he's a monster. He does have an off day now and again, but they're few and far between. But when he's on fire like that, he's unstoppable.
No, is that the difference between Liverpool and City fighting out? Suarez, Sturridge, two great players, and Aguero, Dzeko, and Negredo. Chelsea, the likes of Arsenal, they don't have that calibre of strikers.
Well, I think we've got. For all the talk of the best squad in the league and all that, I think what we have got is the best spine. I don't think anybody can kind of argue with that. And even though Aguero's been out for 22 games, we've got Joe and Vinny, Yaya and Silva, and Aguero up front. I don't think any of the other teams can match that at the moment. I think Chelsea will get close next season. Liverpool, really, they've only got Gerrard and Suarez. In the rest of Liverpool's team, would any of those players really walk into City's team? I'm not too sure. Listen, before I go any further? Can I just say hello to my two boys who are downstairs listening to the radio? You've got to get off to school, but I've got to say hello to Donovan and Sonny. Get to school, you're late, by the way.
David Silva, what a player he is as well. David Silva, I think he's absolute class.
Do you know what? If he could add 10 goals to his game, he'd be the player of the season, because he's just one of the greatest players I've ever seen play. To me, they call him the magician, and he is. He finds pockets of space and passes that are just not there. But, to think he can't even get in the Spain team is quite frightening. Do you know what I mean?
It is frightening, absolutely. Now, Noel, tell us, you've got a couple of big releases again coming out here. Definitely maybe releases. Is it the 19th or the 20th of May?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I thought it was out tomorrow. I thought it was out Monday.
Yes, it's not. And the 19th, I think it's out.
19th,
right.
And what's tell us a little bit about it. You're re-releasing, aren't you?
Well, no, it's kind of the 20th anniversary of Definitely Maybe, and the researchers who work for us have been trawling back through all the stuff that we did 20 years ago and found all kind of different versions of tracks and all that. And there's a really kind of smart box set coming out with it's fans-driven thing, really. But
20 years, is it really?
Yeah, it's a great
lightning.
Yeah, 20 years, yeah. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
No, there's some great tracks on it. Obviously, a great band in the day. Is there any chance, maybe, that you'll get back together?
I don't know. I'm not really thinking about it, to be honest. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, if I'm being honest, without Liam. And you never know what might happen in the future. But as I sit here today, Liam's busy with his band, and he's off over in holiday. And he's doing all right, and I'm doing my thing. And to be quite honest, for all the talk in the press and all that, do you know how many serious actual offers we've had to reform? None.
Really?
Not one single person has ever picked up.
I think the Glastonbury, that'd be perfect.
They don't pay enough, to be honest.
You don't need any more. Come on.
Hang on a minute, we're not charity case. You don't do it now, do you?
The Moose does.
No, listen, Greg Dyke's coming up in a minute. I don't know if you've had a chance to see the paper this morning, but the proposition of a B League now for the big clubs to have a B League playing lower down the leagues has gone down like the Titanic. Honestly, he's got pelters in the papers today. Well, how have you thought much about are you an England fan though? Do you want England to do well World Cup?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I've been to the last 3 World Cups. I'm going to this one. And I'm not really a huge fan of international football. I think there's just with the England thing, there's just so much drama surrounding it. When they win one game, they're going to win the World Cup, and then when they lose, it's like they want people shot. So, I don't know. There's too much. I like it. I like the celebration of international football, but I wouldn't say I was my parents are Irish anyway, you know what I mean? So yeah. I'm kind of caught in between two stools. But yeah, I'd love England to do well, but going back to the B League thing, I just think it's kind of, when you get the head of the FA and all that, they kind of got a great deal to do, and the Premier League is so powerful. I just think it's like a bit of a wacky idea that it ain't going to fly. Do you know what I mean? The clubs are not going to stand for it.
They're desperately trying to get young talent through now. In your game in music, the up and coming young bands now. Are you a fan? Is music in a good place at the moment? No, for new bands.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's always great young bands all over the place, but I think that I think what everybody looks at is the charts, and there's not a great deal of young rock and roll bands in the charts. But stuff is out there. You just got to be switched on and try and find it. But music, there's great music everywhere. Maybe it's just not in front of you so much these days. But you can always try and find it. I'm making great music. If anybody's interested, you can still find mine. W.H. Smith's still there.
And now, just going back to Sunday. Have you got a plan for after the game to celebrate? I'm sure there'll be the champagne is on ice and ready to go.
Well, yeah, look, Sunday's not going to be a walkover. I think that it will be a bit twitchy until City score, if City score. But I would like to think that one way or the other we'll lift that trophy, and then I'd probably just stay at the ground for a bit, I suppose, and then I don't know, get downtown, and I've got a room booked in an hotel, and I've got an open train return, so.
Could be a week, could be a month.
We'll see.
A couple of years ago, you weren't here, were you, when they won it? Or were you abroad?
I was in South America. I was in a bar in Santiago in Chile at 8 o'clock in the morning watching it, and it was just the most exhausting thing I'd ever been through in my life. And but even when you were playing that clip, then it still gives me shivers to think of that moment. But I think if we win it on Sunday, it will be maybe a better achievement, really, because it will mean that we're not like a flash in the pan like Blackburn, and it will mean that we've chased that league all season. We've come from 8-9 points behind. When we didn't win 4 of the first 6 away games, it was kind of looking. Joe Hart was not in form, and it was looking like maybe Pellegrini wasn't the right man, and the team weren't playing well. But it's been an epic marathon for us, to hit the top at the right time is truly incredible, I think.
He's more of a cool dude, Pellegrini, is it, compared to Mancini? He doesn't show the same emotion.
Well, he doesn't pick fights. Like Mourinho will pick a fight in an empty room, and I think, Ferguson was the same. I think Pellegrini and Rodgers are to be commended, as personalities for this season. They brought a bit of dignity to the title race. Can you imagine if that was Mourinho and Pellegrini who were going head to head, and or Mourinho and Mourinho and anyone, to be honest, it'd be a bloodbath. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Pellegrini is a very, very, very cool customer. He seems to have great dignity and respect for his rivals, which is brilliant.
No, have a great weekend, mate. Thanks
Cheers,
for your
Noel.
time
You
this
too,
morning.
man.
Thank
Thanks very
you.
much.